Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Lorraine Sellers of the Acts Movement, and today we are celebrating a moment in Black history. For the month of February, we will be spotlighting some extraordinary people who represent Black history. And today we have with us, we bring him on screen. Today we have with us Westley DeMario Benson, musician, writer, composer, conductor, singer, mentor, teacher. Did I leave out anything?
You covered it.
Wow. So we have someone amazing today, and we're going to just jump right into it. So, how are you today?
I'm doing well, doing well. Full plate, as you kind of just outlined there, but I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here today.
Yes, yes. So we're just going to jump right into the interview. And the first question I want to ask you. So we're talking about Black history. This is the month of February that we celebrate our history. And in light of all the things that have been going on, let's say in the last 3 to 4 years, all the things that people of color have been going through, how important do you feel this time of celebration of Black history is?
Well, that's a great question. It's very important. I mean, we've been through a time period where we have gone through great, just social unrest, um, a pandemic, a global pandemic, which is adversely affecting all of us, but it's disproportionately affecting communities of color. Black Americans have worse health outcomes with this pandemic than, than just about anyone. Police brutality, and so
Yes.
it can be easy when you're going through that, when you see your community going through that, to get discouraged. And so I think recognizing those people, both past and present, who have made a difference in the Black community, who have stood out, highlighting examples of Black excellence, I think that's very important. It's particularly important for our youth so that they can see those examples and be inspired by them. We don't want to let those who oppose us, those who are against us and against those things that are in our best interest, we don't want to let them define us. And so I
Right,
think it's
right.
very important that we show, oh, this is what Black excellence looks like. This is the mark we've made on everything from culture to music to every aspect of life. This is how we've had an impact on it. So I think that's very important.
That's that's great. That's great. Okay, so how can successful Black millennials, such as yourself, how can you model pride in who we are to other youths, other young people?
Well, that is really important. I think that really comes down to knowing your purpose at the end of the day. Um, One of the things that I always point to as something that inspires me and keeps me grounded and keeps me solid about who I am is my mission statement. Having a sense of mission every day, getting up every day, and this personal mission statement is something that I read every day. And it is just that, it's a personal mission statement. You know, a lot of times we think about mission statements, we think about a mission statement for a business or an organization. And those things are great to have too, if you're starting a business. But having a mission statement for you, your own life, you are the CEO of you, of your life. And so you have to determine what direction you're going to take it. And having something that's an official document that you look at every day, it grounds you. It keeps you motivated, keeps you pursuing those goals that you have, reassures you because you know you're moving in the right direction. Without something that kind of grounds you and keeps you saying, okay, this is overall what I want to do with my life. This is where I want to be. Without having something like that to be a constant daily reminder, you really kind of get blown about, tossed about all sorts of different directions, and it's hard to focus that energy. And unfocused energy is kind of wasted energy. And so
Yes.
I think it's very important to have a sense of mission statement to keep you from going in all directions. So,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yes. And I love what you said about having a sense of mission. We have to know who we are, and then we have to know where we're headed. So when you
yeah,
write out that mission statement, and you, like you said, you can look at it every day, every morning,
mhm,
it just reminds you, even if you're having a down day or your morning is starting kind of slow, if you look at that mission statement and you said, okay, I have a purpose. And so you
yeah,
know that you have to get going and get started because someone is counting on you. So that was really good. Okay,
yeah.
so Your musical abilities and your gifts and talents are many. I mean, you graduated from Johns Hopkins Peabody Conservatory in Baltimore. You teach, you conduct, you write music, you compose music, you sing and mentor, and oh my God, so much more. So, would you say that you are truly living your dream or your calling right now?
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, I would definitely say that I'm living my dream. So much of living your dream has to do with the pursuit of those goals that you have for your life. That's a big part of it. But for me, my dream life is really truly learning to live in the present moment. Even while you have these goals that are before you, these things that you want to accomplish sometime in the future, being in the present moment helps you to really accomplish those things, because everything that you're doing right now in the present. Like, all you have is this moment, and so you want to make that the most of it. As you make those, one step at a time, incremental steps towards your goal. You want to be fully present, so you're really paying attention to what you're doing. You really know that you're walking in your purpose. And again, like I said, having a mission statement to refer to is something that every day I look at and I'm going, okay, I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm moving towards what I want. And so, yeah, definitely.
That was good. That's good. Okay, who are a few of your Black history role models in the music industry since you're all about music?
Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so the examples of Black excellence in music are, I mean, there's just so many. Where do you even start? But growing up, I grew up, and two of my role models were Michael Jackson and Patti LaBelle. And if you look at those two musical artists, they are very different in their style, in their presentation, in their vocal abilities, and but yet they have something both very important in common, and that is when they get on that stage, they give it 100%. It is no holds
Mm,
barred. um,
yes.
and you got Michael Jackson with the incredible dance moves, just the amazing enthusiasm, just selling out crowds, getting people just going crazy. You've got Patti LaBelle, she'll kick off her shoes, roll around all over the stage. I mean,
Oh, yes.
it's just awesome. So I always loved that kind of heart on your sleeve performance that's just
Mm,
come from a genuine place of wanting to share and open up your heart with other people. But another musical influence for me is the Clark sisters.
yes.
Um, yeah, they
Yes.
are an amazing gospel group, and their influence is vast. Like it expands beyond gospel artists to a
Definitely.
lot of secular artists that we all know and love. You got someone like Kelly Price, who did a cover of "You Brought the Sunshine."
Yes.
So someone like Coco Clemens, who was the lead singer for SWV, Sisters with Voices, a
Yeah.
90s R&B group. She did a cover of "Endow Me," where she brought
Ooh.
on Little Mo, Faith Evans, and Fantasia, and they did a cover of that song. Um, Even someone like Mariah Carey, when she did an interview, I think it was in 2013, they asked her for, who's your favorite contemporary artist? And she
Mm.
said, Kiara Sheard.
Wow.
Kiara Sheard, she's saying she's the daughter of Karen Clark Sheard. And,
Yeah.
this was around the time that Kiki came out with her first album. And she
Mm,
cited her as being like her favorite. And, so it's amazing the influence that the Clark sisters have had. So,
yes. Oh my God. Just hearing you list those powerhouses. Oh my God. I just want to go and just listen to some of it. And I
yeah,
truly love the
yeah,
Clark sisters. Oh my goodness. And I
yeah.
mean, we definitely miss all of that amazing talent that Michael Jackson had. And I mean, Patti LaBelle, oh my gosh, she is still going. I mean,
She's
it's
still
been
thing.
so
Yeah,
many years and she is still going and she's still good. So
absolutely.
that, oh my goodness, you named some powerhouses right there.
Mhm.
Okay, so what would you say as a young Black male is your contribution to Black history?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And I think it's an important question for you to ask. Because I think it's a question we should all ask ourselves. What is our legacy going to be when we're gone? None of us is going to be here forever. And so it's important to live your life each day with that in mind. So it's an important principle. For me, I want my legacy to be that of inspiring the next generation towards musical excellence, continued musical excellence. I believe in teaching students that making music is fun. You know, it's exciting. You can make music. You want to be excellent. You want to, hone your craft. You want to practice, work hard, but it's also something that is fun, And so when I'm doing private lessons, when I'm teaching, whether it's piano or marimba or whatever, I'm always it's always my goal to use a story or something to inspire or some way of really capturing their attention and bringing them into it so that the lesson is relatable all the way through, that it's not just, oh, I'm going to sit down at the piano for a half hour and be bored to tears, but it really is, a time where you are really finding out more about yourself as you play the instrument. That to me is
Yes,
it's expression of who you are. That to me is
yes.
what it's about. And if I can influence the next generation to see that, so that they continue loving music, being passionate about it, then
Mm.
I've done what I wanted to do. So
Wow, that's great. That is great, and this has really been a moment in Black history. So we're gonna wrap it up, but we have something special for the people at the end, and I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Wesley, with all the things that you have on your plate. Thank you for sharing in this time of Black history, and thank you for sharing your love of music with the world. And I want to say that you are definitely one to watch. So we will be watching out for all that you have planned, and the legacy that you will definitely leave. And if anybody, the email is on the screen right now. If you want to contact Mr. Wesley, there's his email. If you want to, is that the best way to contact you? Let me just ask that.
yes, yes, yeah. And thanks again for having me on. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the best way to contact me is via email. So you see demarionotes@gmail.com for bookings or for lessons or anything like that. That's the best way to reach me. So yes.
That's great. That's great. And thank you again so much. And we're going to let you all hear a little bit of his talent before we leave. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And there are more interviews to come of amazing people that we want to spotlight
Awesome.
today. Thank you, Mr. Wesley.
Thank you.